got the Stream Deck, obviously, and we contacted XSplit and was wondering how long it was going to be before XSplit rolls out a version of, or was going to be rolled out to be able to be used with Stream Deck. That's what we're going to look at now. The Stream Deck. Obviously, I've got it to work with XSplit. We've found some workarounds. We're doing hotkeys down here in the bottom right. You can make a huge amount of hotkeys. So that's exactly what I've had to do. I went into Stream Programs. This is this folder here for Stream Programs. I went like here. These are, if I hit this button, my stream will actually start working with XSplit. What I used was the hotkey switch. I brought one over like so. What I've noticed is if you go into XSplit, and I need to bring the other one back up so I can show you a little simpler. If you go into XSplit, in the Tools section, under Settings, there's a Hotkeys tab. And whenever you create your connections to Twitch or whatever service you're using, and you scroll down here, you got a bunch of start and stops outputs. So I created a stop output for RGN network, which is Control-Shift F7, because it's not an active key combination anywhere. So I'm going to bring it up. I'll show you guys in just a second. Let me shrink this out of the way. Alright, so here we are. We're in the settings of XSplit. If you come over here to hotkeys, you come down, you can see a bunch of these. My RGN network is Control-Shift F7. If I was actually type that, this will automatically do what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to hotkey, and it's going to hit basically this button right here to start the stream. Whether or not you got yours set to do an automatic server connection or not, that's kind of up to you. But what I've done is I've set it up to do the automatic server connection. So going back to what we was looking at just a second ago with the Stream Deck, what I've done is when the button is pushed, you click it, there's two different versions, basically on and off. What I've done is you go here and you hit on the on, you double click it, and it will open up I'll open up another screen capture. It opens up, I can basically go to a file where I got a bunch of images. This was downloaded off the internet because Stream Deck, actually Elgato, went ahead and made a bunch. See, there's like these buttons, there's all kinds of buttons. But what I want to do is I'm going to use the record on button. So what you do is you do this, now the icon turns that, and when it flips off, it shades out, but you can also double click on it again and go down and pick the record off. So now, depending on the state, so what we want to do is we're going to set this one up here to do, let's do control assign, click to assign, you click, you set your keystrokes. And that's for the first hotkey. The second hotkey, which is this other button, whenever you have to do it, you can do a different set of hotkeys. But with XSplit, the same hotkey can both turn it on, and if you hit it again, it's going to turn it off. So my workaround is I did hotkeys. Nice and simple. You look over here, mine's Control-Shift F6 here, Control-Shift F6 here, and it says Start HD Legion TV. And if I click the other one, it's a different picture, and it says, well, it still says Start, but it obviously would be Stop. One's to start the stream output, and the other one's canceling the output. You can do the same thing here. You just basically, if you want to type in start, you can hit enter. You can move it up and down. You can use these here to format to the middle, to the bottom, to the top. You don't actually have to put extra enters in. Leave them out. Anyways, so you can change the graphic, and depending on how the button's used on the actual Stream Deck, which I'm going to change now, I'm going to hit it on the Stream Deck. If I hit it, it should change what it looks like. Well, that worked. Maybe it's because I didn't click to assign. Let's do let's just do them both. The Shift G, click off. See now, whenever I click it, see how the button changes. Click the Stream Deck. The icon on the Stream Deck changes. It matches this program exactly. So when I flip it, it just goes back and forth. I don't know why we had two of those, but anyways. Same thing here. So what we're going to do here is we're streaming. So we're going to leave it there. So when I hit it next time, it'll shut the stream off. It actually should be this one because we're streaming RGN. Alright. So that's that. You can click the icon, you see the blue aura around it, and delete. So these here are programs that I typically use whenever I stream. So what I've done is I've actually done the open, where you can basically go open, name it, whatever. Doesn't even matter if it's typed right, but the capital's wrong spot. You can open it up, PC. Doesn't much matter. I don't have Alienware no more. Used to be. Anyways, you can connect it to any program. Just do Ventrilo for the hell of it. That'll work. Ventrilo exe. If I go hit the button now, Ventrilo opens. So I've used it to open my Discord, my Streamlabs. Obviously we're partnered. Soundboard, DeepBot, XSplit Elite, so on and so forth. I use the XSplit Elite icon, but that's our XSplit program which we're streaming from. Alright, so what else could we go over? I did try to do this, but it wasn't working. I was going to set it up to where I could use it on my right hand, reach over and hit all the buttons to be able to play a game like heal, buff. It would do different spells to target which player. And gate, that was for EverQuest and the cleric, but EverQuest has, on the servers I was playing on, they were blocking any, the device wasn't working, it wouldn't get through to EverQuest. So what we've also done, and this is, a lot of people have been asking me, how do you use your Stream Deck as a soundboard? Alright, there you go, bud. Using XSplit. She has one. Alright, so anyways. Here's a bunch of the ones I've already made. What these are, there's no multimedia. If I click Hail, it's not going to work at the moment. The issue is we're having to use a third program to get it to work. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to back here, we're actually going to open up my soundboard program, which you're going to see in just a moment. We're going to go ahead and kill my cam. We're going to put it in right here so you guys can see it. Here we are. Alright, so with this program here, you can actually, there's other options, like you can do death counters. Yeah, but I don't use the counters, so I just slide over. We got all sounds. You can hit a sound. You can put the name of the sound in. It's gonna be Joe Bob. You click the file, double click that area. The desktop, stream files, music. Was it music? Sound bites. There it is. I got a bunch of different MP3 sound bites. What we're gonna do is let's just do alright, squeeze fart. What a Final Fantasy victory. Of course, we already got this one here. Let's do one. Farewell, my friend. Okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to name it Farewell. The keystroke, however, is where we're going to run into the issue. At this, you double click it. You have to figure one. You do not use an Alt part of your key code. Let's do a Control Shift. Let's try Control Shift F8. Let's turn the volume up. Alright, if we go here, we can hit play.
Farewell, my friend. I suspect we may meet again.
Alright, with that being said, over here on the Stream Deck, we're not going to go in here because this is already full. But what we can do is let's create a new folder. What we're going to do is we're going to take, let's see, is it multimedia? No, it's not multimedia. See? I even forget what I had done to get that to do it. Oh, it's hotkeys. That's right. I'm going to take one hotkey, drag it, drop it, grab another one, go set it over top for a couple seconds, and it automatically makes a folder. So let's call this one Farewell. And down here on click to assign, click it once, says observing keystrokes, hit Control Shift F8. Now, and there you can change where the wording is and whatnot. Yeah, it's that down there. You want to change the icon like we did earlier? Easy enough. We're just going to go into the ones that they provided us. Let's see. I don't really have anything that really gives me the feeling of later or anything like that. Anybody with a really deep voice. There you go. Dance gaming. Anyways, over here on the deck, we'll reach over, we hit it.
Farewell, my friend. I suspect we may meet again.
Now this little program right here is what makes it work. I mean, this one here works because of this. So the Stream Deck, you can make really extensive, difficult to use hotkeys, and you can use those hotkeys to fire these sounds that your stream can hear. We keep adding them. We'll go back to our Stream Deck. So here on Twitch, like we mentioned earlier, and we will show them again. Like this is my intro scene. This is my main streaming scene. This is face to face. This is when I go FK, and this is my closing. If I were to that, We can Stream Deck off there. There we go. Back over to the other version of this. What we do is, once again, look at the hotkeys. Go into the hotkey section. You look up there, it says switch to intro. Control Shift F1. Switch to AFK. Control Shift F4. Closing. Control Shift F5. Old MMO Legion. Control Shift F2. Face to face is Control Shift. And it's the same thing with the keys that we was just showing you over here on the Stream Deck. These are hotkeys. And because of these hotkeys, we've been able to force integration with XSplit. So, remember that you need to set up your Stream Deck program to start as administrator. If you're clicked on something else and you hit the Stream Deck buttons, they won't do nothing. So, that's how you can change scenes. You can make it pretty easy that way. Let's see here. These here are the chats. Go up here to Twitch. You can go chat message. Bring it over, drop it in. You can set up multiple accounts. If you could hit the gear right here, I showed one of this earlier. You can add accounts. Those are my Twitch account, the RGN Network Twitch account, my personal Twitter account. You can add more. You can add TP Stream, whatnot. Though they're going to keep adding this. Just right now, they've done a few updates, but nothing has came out to integrate some of these other programs that we're trying to use, like XSplit. So for us XSplit users, this is kind of crazy because I bought the Elgato. I don't use anything Elgato. I use AverMedia and XSplit. Most streamers use OBS and Elgato. I've went the other route. Kind of prefer this route, but that's personal preference. I'm hoping a lot of other people will see that there's still an option. A lot of the stuff that I'm showing you with XSplit is available on the free version. Yes, you only get 3 scenes, but for a lot of people, 3 scenes is all you need if you just grab something and move it around depending on what game you're using. But you can import, restore previously saved Stream Deck configuration. You export it, share it with friends, whatever. Alright, so that's what this is about. You can set, if you use it to do a Twitch chat, you can actually set here, choose what channel you want to go to, and if you know what the messages are, like if we're in RGN right now, let's do some RGN spam. Let's just do this. I can do a bunch of different feed, copy it, paste it in there, and just put any picture I want on it. So I'm going to do Corsair at the moment. Name it yellow. And by the time I'm there, I'm done. Reach over, hit it on the Stream Deck, and it should spam the chat. I can do it a few times. It's not going to stop me. So, one-click spam. You can make multiple. You can do pages of this. It's up to you. Obviously, I have most of mine. Like this one here says RGN Hype. Let's see if it goes to this channel. Mine, I can change them to go to this channel. We can just go like this. Whatever channel you're on. If you added the channels, you can actually click down at the bottom and change. Hey, Godmodder, what's going on? You can actually change where the buttons are going, as an example. Yeah, we had a couple that didn't work. That's interesting because that's its own channel. RGN Network should have had. I guess that's. I know what that is. That's Mushmouth Gaming. That's the reason it didn't work. Anyways, not currently subbed to Mushmouth for RGN. So there is one way. Another thing you can do with this. Set them all back to my channel there. We got messages, got Discord. You do the same thing. I put in a lot of bot commands. And like the XSplit command, we can switch it to RGN. Fire it. There you go. Got a 10% off discount code at the bottom of the stream in the panels. You just gotta grab the code yourself. Hit that link, use it. So we got integration. We're able to stream with XSplit. We're able to use the Elgato Stream Deck to change our scenes, to fire sounds when we want them with another program intermingled in, it's twisted in here. So we made this folder here. We did the farewell, my friend.
Farewell, my friend. I suspect we may meet again.
Got the viewer buttons. These don't seem to be working that often. Check to see if it's going to start working, see if it's going to show any data. You can do tweets. Got Twitter options here. Here's a tweet. Obviously, it's only set up to HD Legion TV. It tells them, hey, I'm live. And it tags a bunch of the accounts or people that we normally affiliate ourselves with. Like the IG Network, Kluma Army, which is now Kluma Army TV, Team No Sleep, StreetCon, Team MZ. All these are going to need it edited. Sometimes when a major account or another team changes their name, they need to let everybody know. Alright, so there we are. So these here, I can hit them now, and then I will do tweets out. So while I'm streaming, I'm sitting there thinking, okay, I need to make sure I get in their advertisement. I've been on, the reason there's 5, and they're not identical. I changed the wording a little bit, so they're not spam. But I try to click it every half hour to click one of these at least once an hour. Alright, so we still got the welcome message, goes to a special video. And that's pretty much how we've integrated the Stream Deck. We use hotkeys. It's a pretty powerful little system. You can use these open options to open up your programs you use. I stuck all mine up here. Use multimedia, do videos and stuff, however I don't use it. This game capture is Elgato only. All the stuff that's in it, I find worthless. The T-Stream, I've never used their elements, but I imagine there'll be other elements that'll be available. This, I think they have a little bit to do with the, like the follow alerts. You could fire these elements, make them go off, and pull one out. It says which scene, which element, so on and so forth, but I don't use it. Turned on, turned off. So you can turn the element on, turn it back off. That's pretty cool. Maybe I ought to set something up. Maybe I can use it to do some of the, instead of just doing sounds, we could possibly use it to actually do some video with it. Much like the much like the donation alert.
Do it! Do it! Just do it! Do it! Yesterday you said tomorrow. So just do it! Do it! Make dreams come true! Nothing is impossible! No! What are you waiting for? Do it! Just
Alright, so you can see my
yes, you can!
my streaming is kind of high. However, here's an issue that we've noticed a lot of people isn't aware of. If you actually go into your task manager, and I'm gonna open it up, and it's if you have like a 922 C922 Logitech cam, and you got in, say, every time you start your XSplit and it comes up, I'm gonna bring mine up because I've already killed it. I'm gonna bring it up on purpose. Just a second. Personify is what we're looking for. Even though you're not actually using that webcam, it can sit in the background in the program being open and actually drain and make your CPU usage go up. So what we've noticed is if it's open, you go down here, it's not there right now, but you'll see something that says XSplit Helper. And if you was to right click, it will add like 17% or so to your CPU usage. If you actually click it, you can actually remove it, and as you can see down the bottom right of my screen, where CPU usage, it would drop. There's going to be a lot going on. My usage is going to be higher than normal because I've got a lot of programs open. So we do got Streamlabs. We got yeah. Gotta. Going on.
Still waiting to see how much it's gonna come up to. Well, it's high shit. So they don't take my medical insurance. That sucks. So I'm just waiting for the medicine to get done now. And there's 2 people.
So we do have. Alright, so as we've been going at this for about an hour. We're going to go ahead and close down. Got some other stuff to take care of. We'll be back after a bit. This was just basically a small tutorial video. We're going to have to cut it up a little bit, take some of the dull spots out, and re-upload it. But this was for how to integrate Elgato's Stream Deck and even though its application over here on the right, as you can see, doesn't have nothing to do with XSplit, how can you still use it with XSplit? And we went across that. We're still using it, still productive. There's workarounds with everything. I didn't show you the deep bot and other stuff where you can set like the commands, how we was doing the chat commands, that we was doing earlier. We can set chat commands, and then with the deep bot, we could fire visual graphics and sounds and everything else. Anyhow, thanks for hanging out. HD Legion TV. They're on RGN Network.